Hello, and what is up, YouTube? Cliff B here. Cliff B here once again playing Scrap Mechanic, and this is the new, I believe, 1.1.29 update. I'm not exactly sure, but this is the one that adds the Steam Workshop and the ability to save creations. So what you do is you place down the lift like this. You might want to rise it up a bit, and I apologize for my frames. I'm not sure why, but I'm at 25 frames. I was at 100 just a few minutes ago. And now, as you can see, there's creations here. And guess what, guys? I've uploaded some of my creations to the Steam Workshop. So right now you can get the land boat, which for some reason has almost 500 views, which I'm really happy about. The all-wheel drive hybrid drift machine, still awesome. And it's got like over 100 views. I know I'm bragging, but whatever. And the gazelle, which is literally it was previously my favorite creation because just how fast and awesome it is. But now, there's a new one that I haven't uploaded to the Steam Workshop yet because I was waiting to do this video, and that's the Froggit, which I love this because this vehicle was made with survival in mind. So the Froggit, which is killing my frames for some reason, not sure why. But yeah, the Froggit here was made with survival in mind. So a lot of times when you make vehicles, you make it for creative, you just make it for the fun of it. You never think about what survival is going to be like. This vehicle, nah, it was made with survival in mind. So let's go and transform the Froggit. And as you can see, if you look from it from the front, it kind of does look like a frog. You ribbit. Ribbit. But yeah, this vehicle, nah, it's awesome. Because look, you can see out of it from the inside. Because, there's no word yet if, like, third-person view would make it over to survival. It's relatively fast. In the back, it's articulated, which means, when you go over bumps, the vehicle kind of, instead of the entire thing bounce around, it's mostly just the wheels, which means, it's kind of good for these bumpy terrains. All-wheel drive, somehow. Don't know how that works, but it does. It's not using the suspension glitch, which is, I think is good, because, the suspension glitch might get phased out, especially since Scrap Mechanic, the maker of Scrap Mechanic, Axolot Games, is, scrapping the Ogre engine, which is the open source engine they use to make this game for their own engine, to make it easier to mod. Not to mention to fix performance issues, because I am at 15 frames a second here. I do not know why, but literally, I was playing this the other day at a whopping 50 frames. But yeah, so as you can see, this vehicle is actually quite capable. It's got very good turning for something that doesn't use the suspension bug. And it actually turns kind of like a real vehicle does. So as you can see, instead of just like the wheels turning like, pivoting on like an unrealistic, actually this one actually has like a setting, it's set up so like is it not all-wheel drive? I could have sworn this was all-wheel drive. Oh, I probably took off the back wheels for some stupid reason. I don't know, I was experimenting with it to see whether it should be all-wheel drive or front-wheel drive, so I probably took the back wheels off. I mean, you can go and make it all-wheel drive, it still handles just as good. And as you can see, look at this impressive turning. Like, I'm still on the dirt road, and I just made that turn around that corner. You try to make a car with your, like, one point of pivoting. And look how wide it turns. And the point being, I really wanted to get rid of the suspension block turning thing. Because, it might not be around forever. So I wanted something that's more realistic. And I'll do the job of, well, not better, but similar. Oh, if you're wondering what's with the rockets, that's just to keep the front of the vehicle down, because it has a tendency to go a bit too high. But yeah, the back here, it completely, like, pivots. So it has up and down movement, and the two wheels are, they have independent suspension. So as you can see, if I slow down the vehicle, and maybe put it on a hill, like, as you can see, probably not from this angle too well. Oh boy, I forgot gas engines don't have good brakes. I hope they fix the issue where your braking is determined by the engine you use. Oh, you know what it is? It's probably because my graphic settings are set way higher than normal. Like, I don't know. I changed my monitor, and this monitor makes this game look so much better even on medium settings. But yeah, as you can see, like, you know, my back wheels are at 2 different angles, and that's so it can hug corners better. So, see? Kind of like a real frog, it sticks to a corner, even when it's at an angle. Yeah, I don't think I... Yeah, I think I disconnected the back wheels. Because I see the front wheels spinning, but the back wheels are not spinning at all. But yeah, as you can see, like right here, you see how my left back wheel... Oh, gosh darn it, I do not have all-wheel drive. Nope, I took off all-wheel drive for some reason. But basically, the point is that it's just so like the back wheels doesn't mess with like the front wheels, so the vehicle stays grounded. Oh, don't worry, if it flips over, it fixes itself without you doing anything, because of how those rockets work. Basically, they're set up to a sensor, which is going to an OR gate, where if the sensors can't see the ground, they trip the OR gate, which goes in... I mean, not OR gate, they trip the NOT gate, which inverts the signal of another sensor that makes it like, why am I talking so scientific? Basically, they go and they move a controller over a button, another sensor, which goes and turn on the rockets because they can't see the ground. That's all it is. So since the sensors can see the ground, the rockets are off. Once they can't see the grounds, the rockets turn on like that. And since when the vehicle is flipped over, they can't see the ground, and they have enough thrust to do so, they'll go and flip the entire vehicle over. And also, in case you haven't noticed, like, the Froggit is an awesome vehicle. You know, it has some type of suspension that's just not like I put springs down, you know, turning. As you can see, it's quite realistic, and it does get the job done. Can't argue with that. Its back wheels arches to keep the front down, and also to like keep, you know, have control of this vehicle. You can actually turn up the engine and go pretty fast. I don't, because I don't know if it's just a FPS issue, but I kind of lose control and everything gets a bit too choppy. Like, hopefully when they fix the engine, if you make a fast vehicle, it doesn't just drop your frames down to nothing. But yeah, as you can see, you know, this is actually a pretty decent car. I mean, it's not as good as the Jeep. The Jeep is arguably much better off-road because it is an electric-powered vehicle. But for a gas-powered car, I mean, come on, this isn't bad. And you gotta love the looks of this thing. Like, I'm telling you, this might just be my favorite creation. Like the Gazelle, you know, it was my favorite creation just because it was an incredibly fast beast that flew and jumped and hammered down to the ground. But let's be honest, when they go and do survival and your creations have a chance of breaking, if you try to take the Gazelle, that's just going to destroy itself. You know, the first moment you take off and you hit something, boom, it's a million pieces, it's gone. Not to mention, it's a suspension glitch steering, which means once they probably fix that, because let's be honest, when they change the engine, I don't think that glitch is going to make it. You know, it won't be able to turn, so you just gonna have this incredibly fast beast that can only go straight in whatever direction the wind pushes it in. So yeah, the Gazelle, not gonna work in the new engine, not gonna work in survival. This, however, you know, it's not as majestic as the Gazelle, but it's awesome. And I just love the fact that, you know, it can do stuff like that. Like, for instance, look at that. In incredibly tight corners, the rear wheel was going off. Instead of dragging the whole entire vehicle down with it, no, it just articulates, so it keeps turning. The front can articulate like that. And basically, even though this is a wide vehicle, I'm taking on some incredibly tight roads, and it's just hugging the corner. You know, I really don't have to drive carefully. I'm just doing it for the sake of driving carefully, but yeah, people. I don't know, I'm sounding like a salesperson. Buy the Froggit today. It's absolutely free. And guess where you can get it? On the best place. The one, the only, Steam Workshop. Although that's probably not true. I'm pretty sure that's like a Chinese ripoff of the Steam Workshop. There's probably a Chinese ripoff of Steam, let's be honest here. Just selling games illegally and stuff. You know what? There's probably a Chinese ripoff of Steam that sells Chinese ripoff of American games. Oh, racist. I'm sorry, guys. I just came back from an overnight shift, so I haven't had any type of sleep. So I'm sleep deprived and I'm making videos, which I think I'm just, you know, that's just the way I'm gonna have to do things until I finally move out. I love this creation. See, I love that. I love how the wheel articulates, because that's what a vehicle would do in that situation. You know, my back suspension is not as good as the front suspension. I can work on that to make it a lot better. But, you know, your wheels articulate. They don't just, like, I'm sorry, but a lot of scrap mechanic vehicles just made wrongly. And I just love doing that, you know. You take off that glass piece, which is your protection, because, you know, the farm bots, they might have projectile weaponry. And you don't make vehicles to protect the driver. No, most of your vehicles are open-air vehicles, let's be honest here. This protects the driver. As you see, that glass might just get shot up and you might just die. But at least it offers some protection against, you know, like windburn and stuff. Do you make your creation to protect your driver from windburn? Do you? No, you don't. My driver is protected from windburn. I mean, sure, the rest of the body gets windburn, but not their face. And that is the important part. And just, I love it. Alright, I was going to see, you know, let's put on some tunes. Let's open this up. As you can see, the middle is in fact split. And you know what? I'm going to pull out the connect tool so I can see the connection. So, yeah. As you can see, there's a lot of free moving bearings here. But yeah, 2 articulating points to get the wheel to turn better. Then you have this set up for extra support, so that way the wheel doesn't get override. Because a lot of times, if you just do it like on one turning point, the wheel gets override because the engine's too powerful or it hit a rock or something. These don't, because they have support that not only help it turn, but help it, you know, stay put and not get override. Okay, so the back wheels are power, it's just the engine isn't powerful enough. So it is all-wheel drive. This right here, the only reason why this spins is so that spins. And as you can see, there's an articulating point here, so the rocket doesn't interfere with the turning of the vehicle and the turning of these. So yeah. And then, yeah, I know, there's a lot of connections, you probably can't see it all, but there's the engine in the front. It was in the back, but I changed the back up, so I had to put it like that. And that's how this little rocket setup works. So one sensor's right there looking at the ground. When it can't see the ground, it tells this thing to move 35 degrees. It covers the, as you can see, it's like, yeah, it's active right now because it can see the ground, but when this can't see the ground, it turns 35 degrees. That blocks this one here. That activates that one, turns the rocket off, shoots it down. This one can see the ground again, that turns off. So that's how that works. Very simple, very compact. I was about to say complex, but I just remember I said simple. That doesn't work. By the way, this would not be possible without the well tool, so yeah. Thank you, well tool. And then as for the back here, I can see arculating. So this arculates, so that's why this wheel is able to go up and down independent of this wheel over here. Because as you see, they are independent of one another. You know, this one is not level with the front right there, and neither is this one. Because of that. And then the back right here, this is just ingenious. So this middle bar, the entire back piece isn't connected to it. So, 1 minute. As you can see, this metal green, you know, bar, the entire back is connected to it. And this basically, it goes up and down as the vehicle goes up and down. So right now it's trying to go down, but as you can see, this stops it. And then you have a spring right here that keeps the vehicle from folding upwards. So, you know, as it goes above a hill, it doesn't fold and collapses on itself. Although this also has something to do with that, as you can see when I go and transform it. So if I press, not that button, that button. So I transform it, it bends down. And then it goes and straighten out. But yeah, this also does some of that work too, to keep it from just bending and curling on itself. But yeah, it's so genius, it's so fucking good. And then like after that, everything's just aesthetic, you know? It's just a Froggit. Oh, you gotta love this one. You know, I cannot wait until lights actually work and they give off light, because light, because this is gonna be so cool, this high beam effect I got here. And yeah, guys, that's the Froggit. And if you want, I can turn up the engine, because I do believe it is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, no, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Wait, that doesn't work. How many notches are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, there's only 8 notches? But, yeah, I can turn it up to be, like, 1 notch above from max. You can go to 100, this vehicle can handle it. But like I said, it's probably just an FPS issue. But as you can see, 1 notch above. And I don't know. It's just an FPS issue, but it can handle it. Although I think the all-wheel drift machine handles like full power a lot better. Or no, it's also 80. I mean, I don't know. I just love the way this engine moves. I mean, this vehicle moves. The Froggit is an incredibly good creation. Although, yeah, as you can see, like, look how tight these turnings can be with the Froggit. Like, okay, that was bad because I was speeding. But look how tight these turnings can be with the Froggit. Like, you see how wide this vehicle is? Yet, you can do some amazing tight turns. And by the way, I'm just letting gravity take me right now because... Okay, so the vehicle is going to flip over here. But you don't have to worry. The Froggit is self-riding. But yeah, as you see, I can do some incredibly tight turns with this thing. Without using the suspension glitch. And that's all thanks to this more realistic steering. And, you know, I really need to take this thing off of that much power because it obviously cannot handle it. So I'm going to go transform the Froggit. Get out of here. Bring that engine back to manageable levels. Transform again. You can drive while it's transforming. It just... I don't recommend it. And there you go. Back to a manageable level. Back to like some incredibly tight turns. Like, when have you seen a vehicle hug corners like this? Like, literally, it's hugging corners. Of course, I am also driving at max right here. Look at this. Tell me that's not awesome. Oh crap, oh crap. It's just a wall. Calm down, Froggit. But yeah, as you can see, like, when it hits a wall, it doesn't override the turning of the wheel. Look at this. It's even like a rock crawler. It's like a bit of a rock crawler. Not the best rock crawler, but, you know, it did go over that rock. So technically, it rock crawled. Rock crawl. I mean, guys, give me a freaking Nobel Peace scrap prize. Gosh darn it. Or a Nobel scrap prize. There we go. And then, it just looks awesome. Like this transform, sitting out in the sun. This thing looks awesome. But I am gonna go and turn off the radio. Because the world of music, I mean the music in the world is nice. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put this Froggit back on the lift. And you know why the Froggit's going back on the lift? Because guess what, guys? I forgot this happens. So, yeah, kind of an issue with the workshop they need to fix. But if you put the same creation back in the lift, it kind of erases all the presets for it. And, you know, it asks you, do you want to change it? Because for some reason it recognizes it as a different creation each and every time you put out a lift, even though it's the exact same creation. But guys, I'm going to hit share. And in the link of this video, you can now go and download the Froggit. And my Steam username, I believe, is Brother1G, because don't ask me why. But yeah, guys, so the Froggit is now available for you guys to use, and you can tell me what you think about it. Oh, and guys, to show you how this works, you know what should I put in the world of the Froggit? Let's put two animals in the same world, so the Froggit and the gazelle. Let's build that. It's spawned into the world. Let's drop that, and there you go. These two creations now exist in the exact same world, killing my frames. I am now down to 15 frames a second. My word. I mean, these are two epic beasts, just sitting right next to each other. You know what, I gotta transform the Froggit so it looks like more epic, sitting next to the gazelle. So I'm gonna go transform the Froggit. Oh, yeah. That's a thumbnail, people. This looks like a thumbnail. I'm not gonna take a screenshot here and put it as a thumbnail because I'm way too lazy and I don't really edit. But that is a thumbnail. I mean, look at this. They're just like two epic beasts just sitting right next to each other. And like, you know what? Let's go and let's transform the gazelle. Oh crap. Oh crap. The gazelle does not work in this little frames. Oh crap, what have I done? Froggit! Oh! Froggit! Save your master! Oh crap, oh crap, turn off the gazelle. Okay, so that was a bit of a fail with the gazelle. And you know what? I'm gonna end the episode here. So if you like this, please be sure to like and favorite. And to support... Why do I keep doing my old outro? It's done. It's over. It's 2015 outro. It's 2016. Time to do 2016 outro. If you like this, please be sure to like and click that red button that says doing my outro over incredibly loud devices does not make sense. You know what? I'm putting this thing back on the left. You're too loud. Shut up. Anyway, if you like this, please be sure to hit the like button and click that red button that says subscribe to be notified when I make more stuff like this. Because, let's be honest, these are two incredibly epic beasts that you can go and download. Isn't that awesome? Thanks to the Steam Workshop, you can now have the Gazelle and the Froggit. You can put them in the same world. Heck, probably race the two, although the Gazelle is going to win, because let's be honest, the Froggit is not that fast. It's capable, but it's not fast. But, who knows, maybe the Froggit will win because he can actually go around the track, while the Gazelle is just going to go and blast you off into outer space, and you're going to be touching the skybox while the Gazelle stays on the ground and just completely laps you over and over again. I keep forgetting. The Froggit will stay on the ground and lap you over and over again. But who knows, like guys, you know, we should have a versus battle. Froggit versus Gazelle. And, like, you guys can, like, I don't know, I'll put, like, a comment that either said Froggit, Team Froggit, or Team Gazelle, and you guys can just upvote whichever one you like. So stupid. And, yeah, because I really want to know, which one do you guys like better? The fully capable, more... I'm just saying, this is clearly made for survival. 100%. It looks amazing. It works amazingly. You know, it's an incredibly good vehicle. But that's just like a beast. The Gazelle is a beast. So yeah, tell me what you guys think. Team Froggit or Team Gazelle? Write so in the comments below and go and download it. You know, speak with your clicks. And download them today! Yay, because it sounds like an advertisement. Also, guys, from now on, if you like any invention and you want me to put it on the Steam Workshop, just say so in the comments and I'll put it on the Steam Workshop for you to go and download. And I'll make a link to it in probably a future video. Alright guys, I'm Cliff B and I'm signing out. Bye, YouTube.